Welcome back, fellow coding pirates. In the last episode, we created the newsletter subscription area. In this tutorial, we are going to continue with that and improve the way it looks and finish off the rest of the footer. So let's continue. Go to your dashboard and upload the images needed for the social media icons. Now, if you don't have these were provided in the Dropbox folder in the last video, but I'll also link to them in the video below. So once you have them, go to media and add new. Let me find them on my computer, drag them across and upload them. Once again, let them upload and then click the edit button when you're done. Select all of this URL and then go back to your home page. So scroll down and we are going to place the URL for these images here instead of the placeholder images. So go back to your footer and replace the top URL where it says image source with the logo of choice. So that was the Twitter logo. So let's change this up to Facebook. This one will be the Twitter logo, which is correct. And then the LinkedIn one. And if I've uploaded that correctly, we should now have those images showing. Okay, so they're showing correctly, but there's not enough space in between the line and our actual newsletter subscription form. So let's put some space in here. We call this social links. So let's go to our style sheet. I keep spelling this wrong. Delete that. Margin top, and we'll try 60 pixels for now. Okay, that looks nice. And the white line is in the correct color, which we see in our design, so let's change that. To get the color, copy the color, and then go back to our style sheet. And it's the inline newsletter, and it's the border bottom. We need to replace the white line with the color we just selected and copied. So save that, refresh the page, and that looks nicer. What you can see, there's a little gap here between the actual button. So let's have a look what's going on. I know what's going on, but we can inspect the page here and we can see if we come through here, come down, there's something called the Ajax loader or the Ajax loader. So basically this will show when we submitted the newsletter form, but because this is here, it's taking up a bit of space and our users may not be able to click on the subscribe button. So what we can do here is copy this entire div, go to our coder or our code editor and select display, none, and after the none put an exclamation mark and the words important. Now I don't recommend doing this usually, but because this is coming from an external style sheet, we want to make sure that this doesn't show, and by putting in the important, this means this will never show. So save this, and when we refresh now, we should see that space is minimized or gone. So let's have a look. So that loader is no longer there as it's displaying none here, but we can see that the line is still slightly longer than our button. So go to an inline newsletter and take the width down from 36 to 35, and that works great. So go to a code, inline newsletter, 56%, take that to 35%. Refresh the page, and that looks much better now. So let's look at our design. Okay, the only thing I would say is this text is not the same as our header text, so let's find out what font we use for that. Roboto, I apologize guys if I'm saying it wrong. And let's add this to this button and let's see if our newsletter form looks better. So yeah. Okay, so come back to our style sheet. We can do inline newsletter and then WP CF7 submit. So that's the contact form 7 submit button. Paste in this font family Roboto or Roboto and save. If I'm saying it wrong, guys, please what you how I should be saying it in the description below. Roboto, I don't know. Right, okay, so that looks great. So let's create the rest of the footer. So let's go into our footer classes, close the home page for now. Footer. So here we have the newsletter and then we have the footer here. So let's space this out so you can see. So the newsletter is closed and then we have the footer here. So let's space the footer out too. We can get rid of the site info and then we can put a container in here. And inside this, put a class of footer. Let me think. Footer margin. Okay. So in our footer we have 3 separate blocks. So once again we can use the width, which you've used before. Width 33. Close that off. Width 33. Close that off. Then come down. And in each of these widths they have a small H4 tag. And this one is call us now. Okay. Call us now. Underneath, let's put this in a P, but let's give it its own class of call big, because you want to write in here big. Yes, that would be fine. Then let's add that number in. 0123 space 456789. Let's close that off. And a new title, same H4 again, and I believe this was location or get in touch. Get in touch. And here we can have an ordered list item with a class of contact details. And here we can have the address, or 10 some address. Street name. City name. If you're in the UK, this would be postcode, so it could be something like CF1098X, or it could be a zip code if you're in America. And then space that ID. Let me check. An email address would also be good. So in here, write the word mail or email. Then create a ahref, and we can say mail to your email at mail.com. So put your email in here, guys, and then we could have email us. Close that off. Actually, get rid of this email. Just have the words email us, and then close off this list item. Save that, and let's have a look what we have now. Okay, that looks good. Okay, I was just checking something. That's fine. Let me just check this goes to the full width. Yeah, that's fine. Come outside this width 33 and create another one. Div class width 33. Close this off again. Inside here I have another h4, latest blog post, and inside here we can have a new class called div class footer blog. Close this off. We'll put some code in here for the blog to show. And finally, div class width 33 again. Close this off. Inside here, another h4 tag. And this is, what was that? Our service. So this could be, okay, our services. And we'll create a menu and put this in here, so we'll just leave this blank for now. And finally, div class clear. Let's close that off. Just refresh this page. Okay, great. Just checking everything is fine, guys. It looks to be okay. So we have the width 33. Okay. Go back to our design. Let's get the background for this, which is a slightly darker blue. Copy this. And the padding looks similar to what we used for the newsletter form, so we can use similar. So create a class here called site-footer. Set the background, put that color in, and also put the padding. I believe it was 60 pixels. Let's have a look. Yeah, 60 pixels is fine. Let me check the other colors which we need. So the H4s need to be slight bluey grey color. So copy that, go back to our code editor and put in site-footer H4 color and a margin bottom of 20 pixels. Save that. That looks better already. And we also need to make everything else white. So site-footer the paragraph, site-footer anchor, and site-footer list item, and the color of this will be white. What am I doing? White. So look what that looks like. Okay. I think these H4s could be slightly bigger. So let's have a look what they are now, and then we'll adjust. So font size, say 20 pixels. Let's go for 18 pixels. So find the H4, font size 18 pixels, and then we'll make this text slightly small. Font size 16 pixels. Okay, cool. Now this text here, the call big, this needs to be much bigger. Font size, let's try 50 pixels. 36, and let's take the margin off here. Oh, let's make it smaller anyway. 10 pixels, 0. And 20 pixels, 0. Okay. So we want to do site footer, and then I believe it was big text. Let me just check. Call big, sorry. So let's delete some of that. Call big. Put the font size in and the margin, which we created just now. So it's 10 pixels on the top, 0 on the right, 20 on the bottom, and 0 on the left. Okay, so delete this blog post, open up our home file which we created, and in here we had some code to bring in the blog posts. So let's find that, and we should be able to use this code and edit it for our needs. So copy all of this from the opening PHP tags to the end PHP tags, and put all of that content in here between the footer blog. Save this and we'll have a look what we're left with, and then we can edit it to our needs. Okay, so we float in the items, which has messed it up, that's fine. So let's go back to our code. In here where it says individual posts here, let's get rid of the width 33 and the individual post. I think on our design we just have the image, the title, and the content. Okay, so you have the image, the title, and an excerpt. Okay, so get rid of the width 33, the article down here, and this read more section. Also get rid of the grey border. So now you should have everything that looks like this. So we only edited the content in between the individual posts here, so now you should have a h2 tag, the excerpt, and then it finishes here. So let's bring this up a bit, save this, and let's have a look what we now left with. Okay, so we're now pulling in 3 different posts. Let's get rid of this for now, the excerpt. And what we can do here is create an image. Try 50 pixels times 50 pixels. Blog image for the alt title. Okay, great. Add a class to this of blog featured. Then we have the h2 and print clear here, div class clear. Sorry, my phone just went off. Okay, so now copy this blog featured class, go to our style sheets, float this left and give it a width of 50 pixels and a height of 50 pixels. What's going on? refresh this page. I think the H2s are displaying as blocks, so if we display inline block, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So the class, these H2 class of blog footer title. Then go to a style sheet and put in blog footer title display inline block and margin left of 10 pixels. And to this blog feature, to add a margin bottom of 10 pixels. Okay, great. Okay, if we add a line at 0 to the big footer title, it then aligns to the top of the image. So, blog footer title, line height 0. Okay, we'll leave this tutorial at this point, and for our services I will then show you how to create a new menu and implement it into this footer, as it's a long process. Well, it's not a long process, but we've already done quite a bit in this tutorial. So hop over to the next tutorial, guys, and we'll continue with this footer. If you've liked this video, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel to be updated when we release new videos. Thanks very much.